So back in July, I competed in my first jiu-jitsu match with an unknown opponent and under like a week of training. On the night before my match, I did some last-minute training with a guy who's won a second-place medal in jiu-jitsu tournaments and is heavily experienced. I learned some pretty basic moves quickly, so I was ready for the 3-minute match the following day. So we started the match on the ground. I got his back, don't know why he let me do that, and then this happens. I pulled back way too fast, and our heads clashed, and I bit my wrist at the same time. So, with the injured wrist and a headbutt, I continued the match, and yeah. So I was trying to get a submission early. I was a little too excited, which was my problem. It just wasn't working. I could have done so many things better, but I was trying to listen to my coach as much as possible. So I'm not sure what move this was, if it even was a move, but I decided to listen to my trainer by making sure I stay on top as much as possible and dominate by points, because I was like, I'm not getting a submission anytime soon. So he was trying to get me again. So right here, I use my hip to place my weight so he stays on the ground, and then I try to dig my knee into his leg to get in. Yeah, so we got out of bounds. So we had to reposition. So me and my opponent had under a minute left of the match, and I was like, okay, let's see what we can do here. And then he walked right into a guillotine. I ended up realizing, oh, okay, here we go. So I was holding on to that as tight as possible. Jiu-jitsu grappling is the most energetic thing I've ever done. I don't know why I grabbed his shorts. It was just, I was just trying to make sure he stayed and didn't slip out. So right there, I used my body weight, and while I was holding on, I dropped my whole weight down because I knew he would go down with that. So I was trying to get it, and I was like, now, I knew the timer was about to go out, so I'm over here holding on as long as possible. He's tired, I'm tired, because I guess he grappled a lot before we had the match, and then the match was over. So I defeated a wrestler in my first jiu-jitsu match, considering I have no ground game experience at all. But I did pretty good for my first time, because so far I had a blue belt tournament winner compliment my match and say I have potential, and I had another tournament winner say I have potential. So I trust these guys' opinions more, and I take their criticism heavily, because they said that I have messed up a lot in this match, but I had a lot of potential. I also had to use my weight against a heavier opponent who was like 160 and I was like 152. I should be returning to the mat once I find somebody in my weight class, but I have no idea when that's going to happen. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. It was very different crossing over to another sport, considering I always use my hands, and this time I had to use my legs, feet, and everything. What is love?